There is a village that only appears at dusk. You won't find it on any map, but if you have ever stood at the edge of a quiet evening, when the last ribbon of orange was fading from the sky and the first stars were just beginning to breathe, you may have caught a glimpse of it, a soft, amber glow just at the edge of your vision, gone before you could turn your head. That village is called Evenmere, and tonight you are going there. Close your eyes and let yourself drift forward, as though carried gently on a warm current of air. The world around you softens. The sounds of your day begin to move away, like boats pushing off from a shore. You watch them go. You don't need to hold on to any of them tonight. Ahead of you, a path appears. It is a narrow path winding through tall grass that sways slowly in a breeze you can just barely feel on your skin. The grass is silver in the growing dark, not the silver of cold metal, but the silver of moonlight on still water. It shimmers, it breathes. You begin to walk. Your steps are easy here. Whatever weight you were carrying, your shoulders, your thoughts, the small accumulated tensions of the day, they soften with each step. The path is soft underfoot, like moss, like something that has been waiting quietly for you. The air smells of wood smoke and something sweeter, rain-soaked earth, lavender perhaps, or something older and more gentle than lavender, something with no name in the waking world. You walk, and the sky deepens around you, becoming the soft indigo of a sky that has fully let go of the sun. And then you see it. Evenmere, it is small, perhaps a dozen buildings arranged around a central square, all made of a pale stone that glows faintly, as though each wall has absorbed years of candlelight and learned to hold it. The rooftops are draped in climbing vines with tiny white flowers that open only at night. There are lanterns everywhere, hanging from iron hooks beside doorways, strung between the buildings on long cords, floating in the window boxes like small captured suns. And everywhere there is quiet. Not the silence of absence, the silence of rest, of things settling, of the whole world exhaling at once. You step into the village square, and the cobblestones beneath your feet are smooth and warm from a full day of sun that they are only now releasing. You can feel the warmth through the soles of your feet, rising slowly into your legs, into your hips, into your low back. A slow, even warmth that asks nothing of you. At the center of the square, there is a great stone well, and beside the well, tending to a lantern the size of a small child, is the keeper. The lantern keeper is old in the way that certain trees are old, not frail but deep. Their hair is white and loose around their shoulders, and they wear a long coat the color of deep water, stitched with silver thread in patterns that seem to shift when you aren't looking directly at them. Stars, perhaps, or currents, or the paths of sleeping things through their dreams. They look up as you approach. Their eyes are kind, entirely, steadily kind, the way a warm room is kind on a night when rain is falling outside. There you are, they say, as though they have been expecting you all along. You sit beside them on the low stone edge of the well. The keeper returns their attention to the lantern, adjusting its small brass door with careful, practiced fingers. Inside the lantern, the flame is not quite orange, not quite gold. It is the color of the last few minutes before sleep. That particular color that has no name, that you can only ever see with your eyes almost closed. What does the lantern do? You ask. though somehow you already know the question is not the important thing. The keeper smiles without looking up. It holds the light, they say simply, so that the dark doesn't feel so large. You sit with that for a moment. Around you the village is going to sleep. One by one the windows of the pale stone houses dim. A cat pads silently across the square and disappears beneath a doorway. Somewhere nearby, water is moving, a small fountain or a stream. The sound of it is the steadiest thing in the world. In and out, around and over, on and on without effort. Your breath slows to match it. The keeper reaches into the deep pocket of their coat and brings out a small glass vial, no bigger than their thumb. Inside it, something glows, a soft, slow pulse of light, like a heartbeat, but slower, much slower. "Do you know what this is?" they ask. You shake your head, though some part of you, some older, quieter part, recognizes it. "It is one of your own thoughts," the keeper says. "One of the ones you were still carrying, the one that kept turning over and over, looking for a place to rest." They hold it up, and in the pulsing light you can almost see its shape, but it's blurry, soft-edged, losing its sharp outlines. As you watch, the glow dims very slowly, the pulse deepens, slows further. The thought is setting the way the sun sets, not disappearing, just going somewhere else for a while. The keeper tucks the vial gently back into their pocket. "It will keep," they say, "until morning, or longer if you need." You feel something release in your chest, not dramatically, just a small giving way, like a knot that has been slowly worked loose, a breath that goes just a little deeper than the last one. The keeper stands and takes up the large lantern, and you walk with them through the sleeping village. You pass beneath the strung lights, each one swaying very gently, casting overlapping circles of gold on the pale stone, and you pass the little houses and the night flowering vines and the small fountain in the corner of the square where the water turns and turns over its smooth stones. At the far edge of the village there is a garden. It is enormous for such a small place. Rows and rows of tall plants with broad, soft leaves. Plants you cannot name, from no waking world. Some have flowers like closed fists that will open only when the moon reaches a certain height. Others trail long tendrils that move just slightly in the still air, as though breathing. Everything here is deep green and silver and shadow. Everything here is slow. "This is the garden of unfinished hours," the keeper says, holding the lantern aloft so you can see. "Things come here to become something else. They take their time." You walk between the rows. The leaves brush your arms softly. The air in the garden is cool and damp and full of a fragrance that makes your thoughts slow further, not stop, just slow, the way a river slows when it reaches a wider place. Your mind spreads out, becomes less urgent. There is room here for everything to simply be. Near the center of the garden, there is a low bench made of old wood, worn smooth by many seasons. You sit. The keeper places the lantern on a nearby stone and sits on the earth beside it, quite comfortable, their back against the leg of the bench and their face turned upward toward the sky. You look up too. The stars above Evenmere are extraordinary. Not just more numerous than you're used to, though they are, but deeper somehow, as though the sky above this village goes on longer than other skies, as though looking up at it is the beginning of a very long, very peaceful journey inward. You follow a single star with your eyes, just one. You let your attention rest there, loosely, the way you might rest your hand on a warm stone. Your eyes grow heavier. The keeper speaks quietly, their voice blending with the sound of the fountain drifting over from the square. There is nothing required of you tonight, they say. Not a single thing. You have carried enough. You have done enough. The world will still be there tomorrow, patient as it always is. But this, a soft gesture at the garden, the stars, the slowly pulsing lantern light. This is yours right now, all of it, the dark and the light inside it, the quiet and what lives inside the quiet. Your hands relax, your jaw softens. The long muscles of your back release, degree by degree, like a tide going out. Sleep comes like water here, the keeper says. You don't have to go looking for it. It finds you. And you feel it now, at the edges, just at the edges, the way sleep really does feel when you stop resisting it, like being gently included in something larger, like the moment you stop swimming and simply float. The stars above Evenmere blur softly. The lantern's glow deepens to amber, to copper, to the color of closed eyes in warm light. The garden breathes around you, its broad leaves still, its quiet flowers beginning, just beginning to open in the moonlight, and the keeper sits beside you, unhurried, tending to the light, keeping watch over the village and the garden and the long, soft dark. You do not need to do anything at all. You are already arriving, already here, already. Sleep well.